I'm taking you all to the Goodwill bins today. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it stinks. All right, we're about 2/3 of the way complete with Christmas in July. Thank you so much, all of you subscribers. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I would like to give something out every other day in July, keeping an incredible pace, and we're gonna hit the bins right now. First thing that I usually always like to do is hit the picked over shoes. I feel like if I can find 2 or 3 pairs right off the bat, more than pays for my trip, takes a lot of the pressure off me for the rest of the time that I spend here. This is a great pair right here, Onitsuka. This is an Asics brand. These are Tigers. They are like a black suede with a neon green color. Found both pairs, both shoes. So I'm gonna grab these. I saw a recent comp for a size 9, I think it was, for around $40. These are size 12, so maybe I will have similar luck. I'm gonna price those at 40 bucks. We'll move on. I almost grabbed these Hokas. So this was somebody's lawn mowing shoe, right? I could have cleaned up the midsoles and the soles, throw them in the wash, but it's missing a string. It's missing a shoelace. I waffled over this for a second. I ended up leaving them. I could wash them, bring them out, get them nice and clean, but I feel like Hokas are going to turn up in some of the retail stores, or maybe they'll come out if I hit a shoe rotation here at the bins. So I thought about it. I was going to keep them, but I am going to leave them behind. I don't want to deal with having to get a shoelace. Yes, I should probably have a couple of extra pairs of Hoka shoelaces like I do Nikes, just sitting there in the event something like this happens, or I could, pull one from a store. I'd rather not do that. But so I'm going to leave those behind. But I do like the Onitsukas. I don't think there's anything else here that I can work with, at least first glance. And the first rotation is going to come out any second now. Those Nikes, I think they had some wear on the front, so we're going to leave those behind. Let's just gloss over this. Those look like Crocs, but they're not in decent shape. So first rotation comes out here, and we're going to start digging. It's always like just a big mystery. And a lot of times with the bins, especially with the new ones that they bring out, it's just a matter of being in the right place at the right time. Sure, you have to have the knowledge to find certain things, certain brands, certain trends, but if you get the right spot when you're standing there, that makes things a lot easier. So sometimes it's just a matter of luck, but we have a big problem right here, these first couple of bins. One of the first things I'm noticing is it stinks in here. So the first couple of bins they brought out, it reeks, and I can't source that stuff. So this might be a very, very quick trip. It could be a thin sourcing trip, but we're still gonna go at it. Let's see what I can find. So we're on rotations 3 and 4 and 5, and I'm not noticing the scent like I did on the first 2. In fact, all of these garments have been washed already, and they all smell excellent. So we're in good shape here. Akron, Ohio Strong, Black Keys t-shirt. This is one of the items that I'm going to pick up from the rotations that came out after the smell. So this shirt's in good shape. What was it, a size? I don't remember what size it was, but there was a sold comp that looked like it was probably around $40. So I'm going to price mine for $40 as well. And you have to like dig really deep into these bins just to make sure that whatever was going on in the first couple doesn't exist in these ones. So everything's been clean. We are in good shape with the exception of one of the items that you'll see, and you'll understand why that is here coming up. But we're in pretty good shape. Shoes are good, the shirts are good, and everything else looking okay. So there's a lot of t-shirts in some of these rotations here. Nothing that I feel like I could work with or would get interested in. So I'm gonna grab the Black Keys one. That's a pretty strong one here. I'm also gonna take this Dollywood Mystery Mine shirt. This is pretty cool. Tie-dye, so it's obviously pre-washed, color tone, size large here. Dollywood shirts, or at least Mystery Mine shirts, don't, and I think this is still an active coaster at Dollywood, they don't turn up that much. So I'm gonna go a little bit higher on this one, I believe, for the tie-dye effect reasons. So I'm gonna price this one at $45. I saw some black t-shirts sell in maybe the $20 to $25 range, but I've got one that probably was a little bit more expensive off the rip because of the tie-dye situation. So I think I can ask for a little bit more, like maybe it could have been in the $40 range, but I'm going to push that up to $45. I think it sells for $45. So keep moving on here. A lot of generic brands, the same old Gap and Navy stuff that you usually always see at the bins, but you really never know what's going to turn up. So really trying to be as careful as I can here with the items that I have, because I don't know what was going on. I don't know what you attribute that to. I wonder why it was so bad. Like, was the stuff just sitting back there too long? Was it sitting in the sun for too? I don't understand what was going on. Anyway, we'll move on here. I'm gonna grab these. These are like, what are this? Compression leggings for men for Gymshark. I don't see a ton of these listed and sold. In fact, if you're gonna pick up Gymshark anything compression, it looks like the shirts do very well for men. So I have some bottoms here. They're white, but they are clean. And I think I'm gonna end up listing those between $30 and $40. That's a very low risk purchase because we're at the bins and we're paying by the pound. So at $1.99, those are probably going to cost me less than $1. So I feel like it's a very low risk item for me to take. Gymshark is still, in some cases, a bolo and popular and something that you want to at least look up when you're sourcing, whether it's in a retail store or you're at an outlet like I am. So very low risk, $1, and could potentially price those as high as $40. It just it all depends on when I do my deeper dive. But as you can see, lots of t-shirts. Didn't really mess with too many women's items. So I'll move on here. Here's one of the items that still for me has yet to be cleaned, but I was really surprised when I looked at comparables. Obviously a brown suede leather jacket from Banana Republic. I don't recall if it was men's or women's. Corduroy on the inside of the sleeves there, but this jacket was actually really clean looking. All the buttons accounted for. On the back, we've got a little bit of a mark, and maybe need to use some like suede cleaner to get that out, but it flaked off when I was brushing it here. So looks like I can get that out pretty easily, and I think this will photograph really well. But I was surprised these sell, and even in the summer we've got like 50-60 solds to go off of if we're talking about Banana Republic 100% leather, 100% suede jackets. So with fall season coming up, I'm gonna hit jackets, vests, sweaters, all of that stuff very, very hard. Halloween obviously, so that's coming up, even though that is something that you should be sourcing year round. But another jacket here, I couldn't find a maker on this one. Nice one here. So I hesitated on that jacket, but I was very surprised with the Banana Republic suede jacket. So maybe one of the keywords I can use on that is Y2K, something along those lines. But here is another seasonal item. The hats and the bags rotation came out. I did really pretty poorly, with the exception of this little sprout bag from North Face. Again, thrown in the wash, nice and clean. The mesh on both sides in great shape, and we have back to school coming up, so this is just a matter of when. Like a strawberry colored plaid theme there with the light reds and the grays. So I really liked that little bag, and I'm not sure what I can ask for that. Probably between $20 and $30. It'll more than likely fall in that range. And then I went to look at some of the hard goods, and I have to tell you, it's been a real struggle coming over to this side lately. So I gave it what I thought was my best effort, but really just could not get interested in any of the things that were coming out on this side. And that doesn't mean that other people didn't have success. I have to make very quick decisions. I only have a couple hours to spend here, so when I just look, a lot of the bins looking kind of empty, not necessarily even picked over, just not a ton to go on right off the bat. So we're gonna call the Banana Republic suede jacket $100. Let's say 25 on the Sprout backpack. We're gonna have to go into the retail stores to try to make up for the day. Spend a couple hours at the bins, and we're only at maybe like a couple $100 here. So I have to meet my quota. Let's get into the retail stores. Hopefully we can make up for it. So first thing that I'm gonna grab here, this is a collab between Sanuk, I don't know how you pronounce it, Sanuk, whatever it is. It's a Grateful Dead collaboration. These look brand new without the tags. And what size were they here? This is the struggle bus, trying to do this with one hand. A women's size 9, I think, and Donna is the style. Collaboration, Sanuk, Grateful Dead, Donna, slip-ons, women's size 9. I think they are new without the tags. If that is the case, I'm gonna call $35 on these. I can ship these first class. That's what they're calling it now, Ground Advantage, first class. Anyway, I get a ship for about $5, so that's a benefit. So let's say $35 if I can list them new without tags. Check the rest of the shoes to see if there's anything that maybe I missed the first 1,000 times I go past all of these aisles. Don't see anything. Moved on here. I'm actually very surprised that a lot of these Barbie keepsakes were not valuable because, you know, it's like a Barbie world right now with that movie coming out. But I'm going to grab the Lord of the Rings here. That is a $30 ornament. What are we looking at here? Winnie the Pooh. I had this in my pile. I'm going to leave that one behind at $6. But this is the home run of all three of them. I think I can get between $60 and $80 for this Harry Potter cauldron keepsake ornament. They want $12 for it, no problem. I'm gonna say again, at the low end, $60. At the high end, $80. I've sold lots of Harry Potter keepsakes for over $100 in my reselling experience, so that was awesome. But why are the Barbie ones not picking up steam? There are a ton of them here too, but so many of them, just not a lot of value. So maybe like the new Barbie movie, like I felt like it will appeal to, you know, the older crowd, not just the younger crowd, but what do I know? I'm gonna move over to a rack and we're gonna call it quits, I think, for the day. This is a definite home run here. I don't pick up a ton of North Face, but I found that, and then I found a Patagonia Better sweater right behind that. And I found a Patagonia Better sweater right behind that. So we have 3 bangers off of the markup rack. The 700 fill vest, that's $100 easily. And then depending on how long I want to wait for the Better sweaters, both of those are going to be $50. Thank goodness the store came through middle of the day, because we just made up for what was sort of a lackluster trip to the bins. Although, you know, you always kind of make it work, but we were dealing with some outside sources, right, with the stuff that just smelled funny. So I was definitely bailed out by the store. So I spent $12 at the outlet. I spent $57.50 here. So $70 and my total listed value is $605. We still did pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the Disney tumbler is probably one of my favorite things so far. So let's pick somebody for this one. And I don't know how to do simple math. Is that 17? Get YouTube comments. How many did we have? Did I sort? Hold on. Filter duplicates and include replies. Yeah. Amazing amount of comments in this one. Almost 400. So for the Disney Starbucks Epcot mug, the winner is Stephanie Smucker. Congratulations, Stephanie. She says, I'd like to meet Jennifer Lawrence or Ryan Reynolds. 2 very good choices. Congratulations. Send me your details at dadplanetofficial@gmail.com, and I will mail this out just as soon as I possibly can. Congrats. Is your current mood? What happens? Oh, you have to go up to make it. Push it up. Yeah. All right. We got 2 underneath here. Which one are you going to pick?
I'm flying.
Hey, don't peek. You do that one? Good choice. What do we have in there?
Ooh.
It's red. It matches the bag. Because we're reusing bags over here. Sorry. Trying to do this as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So, little Gwenny just opened up a polo. So I love, for resale, I love this size. XL tall, 2XL, 3XL, and then the tall sizes especially. But this shirt is just your basic red. I think that's a navy blue pony. But look at the retail price on that. Yeah, that's a little, see him riding a little pony? He's like, he's,
this guy?
yes. Yeah, there's a man sitting on top of a horse.
This man?
And it's called, do you know what that says?
What?
Do you know what those letters are?
P-O-L-O.
That says polo. But look at the retail price on this shirt, $110. So maybe you can.
$110?
Yes, it's an expensive shirt, huh? Brand new with tags. Great shirt. This was a thrifted item. One of my trips you did not see. That is the giveaway for subscribers in today's video. Thank you, Gwenny. What's everybody having for dinner tonight? Let me know in the comments. It's pizza night tonight. Last night was movie night. But yeah, what are you having for dinner? That's the question for the day. Brendan here, Dad Planet, the One Man Show. We got off to a very smelly start. We finished strong, just like we always do. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you guys are eating tonight in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.